Hey guys, it's Gina with SIDEWALK Talk. Today I am with Softest Hard.
Hi!
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little hot outside.
A little bit.
But you know. So you were born in Vermont and you moved to North Carolina.
Yeah, so born in Vermont and kind of grew up there with my dad and my grandma till I was like 10. And then I moved to North Carolina with my mom and went to middle school, high school there.
Yeah. How was that move? Like, was that hard for you?
Super hard.
Because you moved at 10 when you were 10.
Moved at 10. Didn't really leave any friends behind really that I cared about. It's just like my cousins that I grew up with and then like my just life there. But I was excited to move though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bittersweet moment, but
Yeah.
lived in North Carolina till 17 and then moved here.
Like how was that for you? Like was that a choice that kind of got like brought onto you?
To move to North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice. Something happened to my dad and then my mom showed up and was like, hey, you're gonna come live with me now. So yeah, it wasn't really a choice, but it was cool. Like,
What was it like
home.
growing up in North Carolina? What is there to do there?
It's actually really cool now, but when I lived there as like a teenager, there wasn't a lot to do, really. Just me and my two best friends just doing hood rat stuff. But it's not much really to do. But now it's like poppin' and it's like
Really?
people. There's way more things to do, more restaurants and like.
Do you go often?
Yeah, I try to go as often as I can.
Aww.
Yeah.
Like, what is there to do there now? Like, what?
Like if I were to go home, you could go to the beach, which isn't that far. Like, I love that North Carolina. It has like the mountains, so you can go like snowboarding, and you have the beach, and then you also have like the city. And I live in the city.
I am
but
not familiar with North Carolina at all.
It's cool. It's country,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's cool. Like, it's a cool little place to go raise your family and stuff. Yeah.
You know, talking about family, like, where do you think you got your creative side from?
Ooh. I mean, my parents are super Asian, you know, so I think they have some type of creativity in them, but I've never really seen it. I think it was just maybe from
What type of music did they listen to?
my mom. Like my mom listens to like the auntie dance music, like
What is auntie dance? What is auntie dance music?
like the 90s dance, like I'm Blue, like the original I'm Blue, or like
oh yeah, congrats with that.
Better Off
song,
Alone.
I'm Blue with tpain.
yeah, thank you.
That's
so
crazy.
much.
Tpain.
Yeah,
I grew up
T-Pain.
with tpain.
T-Pain, a
How was
legend.
that?
It was really cool working with him, and he's just like so humble and so
Really?
so
Aw.
nice, and he's been like really pushing the song, you know. So he's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so legendary.
That's so cool to like, you know, like I grew up with him.
Yeah,
So
we all
like,
did.
and we all did. So like the fact that it's kind of like full circle and you get to like collab with like T-Pain.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely checked off my bucket list.
Yeah. So your mom like was into
Yeah.
auntie dance music. Cool.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, What did your dad listen to?
My dad listens to rock, Metallica, like all that shit.
So like total opposite.
Total opposite.
Wow.
Pretty sure he listens to some country music. I don't know, really. Vietnamese music.
Metallica and then
Yeah.
country music. Oh, cool.
Yeah. My dad's
Ah.
cool.
So what do they think about like your, like how do they take it when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and pursue music? Did you know when you moved to LA?
When I moved to LA, I just wanted a new life. Get out of North Carolina.
I don't know how you did that at 17. by the way.
I just
I
have
literally-
always been super grown. Like,
Wow.
I've always been way more grown for my age. Like, even when I was a kid, I would always like take care of myself and fend for myself. So when I decided to move out, my mom already knew that I was smart enough to like be by myself, but she was always like, if you need to come home, come home. So she was always supportive, but she didn't really understand when I said I wanted to make a living off of music. She didn't really understand that concept.
I mean, does any Asian parent?
Exactly. Like, if it's not a doctor or a lawyer or some shit like that, like, they don't understand it.
If it's anything creative, they're like, you are
No.
mentally ill,
But she's always believed in me from the start, and it had to take, like, me to get money and, like, do shit for her to be like, oh, okay, like, this is cool. Like,
it's always the money, if you take care of your parents and they're like, okay, you could do whatever you want.
No, seriously. Gave my mom money, bought her whatever the fuck she wanted, bought her teeth, like, she's like, yes, I love it now, I love it.
Oh, you're such a good daughter. Do you have siblings?
Between my mom and my dad, I'm the only one.
I'm an only child too.
But my dad has 4 other daughters. And then
wow.
I have 2 other stepbrothers.
Oh.
But I'm the oldest out of all of them, so yeah.
Oh.
Growing up, it was just me and my cousins, like, yeah.
Oh, do you talk to them?
I talk to one a lot. Her name's Lily. She was my favorite cousin growing up, and she's still like we are this close still. And I'm cool with a few other of them, but we don't talk like as much. But yeah, it's cool to have like a cousin.
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of
like some type of family.
Yeah. I wish I had that.
That's like your age and like you can talk to them about
That's like
shit.
a different bond, you know what I mean?
No, totally.
The things you can't talk about with your mom and your dad, you could talk about with your cousin.
Right, and it's like we grew up the same way and under the same household, so it's like we get to really connect on a different level.
How did you get into music?
Music has always been my passion, like always, like going back to when I was a kid. There's like video footage of me and my cousins like putting on dance music and just like in the living room dancing. In high school, like I would always be the one that like my friends come to for like new music. Like I would always
you were that girl.
I was always putting people on.
There was always
music.
That one person. You were that. Oh wow, that is a very important role. To play.
I've just always loved music, and yeah, I just kept doing it, kept pursuing it.
What about producing music?
I didn't start actually producing. I mean, I've always dabbled in like making my own little beats and stuff, but not like as extreme as it is now. I started maybe 5 years ago to actually really learn.
That's a respect factor. Like, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, I had a really good friend who worked at Ableton, and he gave me like these free classes to go to, and they just like would teach you, and then it's like a lot of YouTube, and it's a lot of just figuring it out for yourself and like whatever sounds good to you, but it all just takes time and practice.
What's the best piece of music production advice that you've received? Like, it totally changed the game for you, like when you're producing.
What type of advice have I done?
Like if you was there a problem that you kept running into, like, oh, like how do I clear up, like it's so muddy, or like, oh, how do I clean up vocals, or like,
there's definitely times where I have been stuck and like feeling like I hate this, or like I can't move forward because this doesn't sound right. But I have so many good mentors in my life that it's easy for me to just hit one of my mentors up, or like a friend, and be like, hey, can you help, or can you guide me? And Skrillex is one of them. He's always,
I mean,
like,
that's a very good mentor to have.
He's my mentor for sure, one of my bestest friends, and he's always the ear that I go to when I need something, or like he always will direct me in the right way. Yeah.
It's like Skrillex, just like to give you music production advice.
Yeah, I played him my whole album, and he gave me advice on all the songs, and he even helped me like put together the organization of it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's just, I owe him a lot. I love him.
Wow. He seems like such a just like grounded person, like genuine person.
He's super genuine, and he's super down to earth, and he's always just helped me and like put me on. always. So
I love that. I love to hear
Skrillex
that.
is a big part of my story for sure.
I love hearing that. Before we jump into Q&As, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for helping people and like putting people on and teaching people, helping my friends, helping my family, just being like nice, genuine. Yeah.
I'm really, I like just like talking to you for like just like 10 minutes. I already get the vibe like you're surrounded by really awesome people and you want to like help other people, and
that's all that
amazing.
It's about. You have to have a good team.
Yeah.
And
it's all about the people around you.
Yeah, I agree. And then it's like, what's better than like having it yourself and then being able to like give it to other people or like teach other people. I think that's the best.
Yeah, love that. All right, Q&As. All right. Question number 1, my favorite question. What is your ultimate comfort food?
Oh my goodness.
What do you consider the ultimate comfort food?
For me, it's always been pho. Like,
pho!
I'm Vietnamese. And pho has always been a comfort food for me, even as a kid.
Can you make your own
I
pho?
can't make it.
Yeah.
But my grandma makes the best. I don't care.
Your grandma? I've never had homemade pho.
My grandma, my mom makes really good pho. Wow. My cousin, I was telling you about her mom. Every time I come home, she makes pho.
Wow.
But I also really just like regular like soul food as well. Like just brisket, mashed potatoes.
Oh, like barbecue.
Wow,
Barbecue
you're
you're
food.
like my kind of person. Oh my god.
Or even Korean barbecue. That's
like Korean barbecue. Oh my, now I'm hungry.
Me too.
What? Wow.
But yeah, big on food.
A huge foodie. What's your favorite place to go to for barbecue or pho? Do you have one? Where you're like,
I don't have an absolute favorite place for pho in LA.
Just love the food.
It's just random places I've gone to that are just like, oh, okay, cool, you know, but it's never been like, oh, this is my favorite spot, like this is where I go now.
Okay.
But for Korean barbecue, I eat at TGI Korean.
I need to look this place
barbecue.
up. TGI.
Yes, you need to go. It is so effing good.
I've never heard.
The bulgogi, the galbi there. Oh my god.
Oh, the galbi. Have you ever had Nong Dan?
No, what's that?
Like the galbi-jjim. Then they like put cheese on top and it's
like, my god.
Wait, what?
That sounds so good.
Wait, what?
I've never had that. If anything, I just had cheese corn, but that's not what you're talking about.
No, I'm gonna show you the okay, if you love food and you love like barbecue stuff, actually no, fuck it. I have to show you. I have to show it to you right now. Dude, like, hold on. This is how much I love it. It's like this huge skillet.
It looks like fajitas.
But it's
cheese.
Like galbi. And it has rice cakes in it.
My god.
Sweet. It's savory. It has rice cakes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me that place.
It's so good. Like, it's so good.
I'm excited.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I'll put it on here too.
Yeah,
just so
please.
I can bless you guys with this awesome food spot. I love food.
I love food.
I love food. I could talk about food all day. Do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert?
I'm a little bit of both. I feel like I've always been shy, and I've always thought I was shy. But then I've learned to like be more social, and I've learned to like be more talkative and like hold conversations and stuff. Like I remember when I first started DJing, I would never like get on the mic. I was terrified of getting on the mic. But now it's easy. Now I'm just like, what the fuck is good? Like, yeah, it's easy now.
Wow.
But I'm a little bit of both. Like, I'm a Cancer, so I'm in my shell, a little crabby in her shell, but I'm both.
You seem like you have a very real personality.
Thank you.
It's very hard to find. So.
Appreciate it.
How do you think you've grown as a person since you first started?
So much in every single aspect. I feel like definitely it's all just about learning and fixing mistakes and learning from them. But I definitely feel like I've grown so much since I first started DJing. it's like with anything, like the more you do it, the more you learn, you just master it and stuff. So
what do you think is the biggest lesson you learned in this music industry?
That's a good question. It's kind of hard. I think for me it's learning that about like business. I feel like
that's like a struggle. That's like a whole other full-time job.
It's a struggle, and you really need the right team, and you really need to know the people who you're working with. You really need to know what you're signing, because you can get into any like messed up things. And
that is like the most consistent answer I get. Read the contract.
Read the contracts, because it's like when things get too messy and like you get in arguments with your manager or your agent or something, it's hard to enjoy the music, and it's hard to enjoy what you love to do when you're like in another whole battle. Like with your management or fucking some shit. Like,
you handled things by yourself for a little bit, right? In the
yes.
beginning?
It was just myself. I mean, my manager Danny, he's been with me since the start, but I've always, like, my first time going to tour in Asia and tour in Europe, I went by myself. I had no tour manager.
That's crazy.
I would go by myself.
Oh my gosh.
The promoter would meet me at the airport with a sign, pick me up, take me to the hotel, and take me to the venue, take me back to the airport. Like, but I would be by myself dolo.
Aww.
Yeah, but it's such an experience. Like, I got to travel the
cool
whole
experience.
world like by myself at such a young age.
Yeah. What's your favorite country you've traveled to?
I really love Asia. Like,
Asia, where in Asia?
I love Japan. Japan's one of my top 3 places.
Japan, I can't wait till it opens up again.
Yeah, I think it is, but there's just like restrictions and shit. Like, since we live
like
in a
tourism, you can't tour. Like,
yeah. But I love Japan. I love Korea. Been to Seoul before.
I love Korea.
Been to Malaysia, Singapore, all over China. It's just such a vibe. Like, I love Asia. But I also love Europe as well. Love Barcelona.
I've never been. That's like on my bucket list.
That's like one of my other favorites for sure.
What piece of advice would you give your younger self?
To not be so hard on yourself or myself. I'm still learning to like not be as hard, but I tend to I overthink, and I think like the worst case scenario.
Dude, me too. It's so hard.
I think the worst case scenario, and then like I trick myself into believing it. And it's like, relax.
I do that. How do you even okay, what's your method? Like, how do you get over
I kind
that?
of just like stop what I'm doing, and I'm like, you're tripping. Like, stay positive.
Oh, you could really just like,
I'm able to, I like reel myself back in. Every time I trip out,
cool.
I'm always able to just be like, bro,
how do you do that?
think positive. Like, stay in the moment. Don't think like in the future.
Yeah.
If you can't change it, don't freak out too much, but just stay positive.
Just stay positive.
Stay positive.
So hard to do, but
just stay positive.
Were you popular in school?
No. Definitely not. Went to like an all white school, really.
Dude, same.
It's like really white.
Suburb.
You know, people were wearing like Sperry's and cargo shorts with Vineyard Vine polos.
Oh yeah, the colorful.
Yeah, like
polos,
stuff like that, and
the Vineyard Vine.
The Vineyard Vine.
Patagonia.
Yeah, exactly. And me, I'm smoking weed, and I have my arm sleeve. I had this when I was in high school. Me and my friends were smoking weed. We're bad. Like, no one was fucking with me but my 2 best homegirls. But that's all I ever needed. Like, I didn't give a fuck about being popular or anything. Because now, the people that I went to high school with, like,
oh my god, are they like
on my thing? And every time I go home, they treat me like I'm Michael Jackson.
Wow. I just like, don't you just like kind of like love that feeling though? It's just like, wow.
Like, you were mean to me.
You were mean to me, and now you're just like,
And now it's like, oh, do you remember me? Like,
oh my god, we're like
we had class together. You remember me?
What emotion do you feel the most?
Happy, I think.
I love that.
And I try to be happy as much as I can, because, you know, life is way, way, way too short.
Yeah.
And I feel like grateful a lot, just because I'm always like thinking about how blessed I am.
Aw, you're so positive. Aw, I love that. What is your biggest fear?
I don't know. I think I don't really like think about stuff like that. My
That's
biggest
good,
fear, I think, maybe like just losing everything, or like maybe my mom dying or something. But just like, you know, really loving something and working towards it, and then like you could lose it in a second, or just losing things that I love.
This way, it looks like more shady on that side.
Oh, shady.
You know?
It definitely is.
Yeah, it definitely looks more shade. It's very important. It's so hot outside right now. Did you have other jobs before your...
Yeah. So before I was a DJ, I was working in the food industry. Super.
What were you doing?
So in high school, I was a hostess at this like Brazilian restaurant. It was super fancy, super nice.
Like Fogo de Chao?
Yeah, like that. And then when I moved to LA, I worked at this place called Bottega Louis. It's downtown. It's like that
really
restaurant that it's like all glass windows. It's like a French restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I had a buddy named Alvin who owned this place called Egg Slut. And I worked there for a while.
Just casually dropped just this place called Egg Slut. It's so delicious.
So delicious, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I get the bacon, egg, and cheese with avocado, orange juice, you know.
Oh, the orange juice. You always have to get the orange juice. They have tater tots, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, I worked there for a while. And then I was working both the jobs at the same time, actually.
Wow.
One in the morning and one at night.
That's crazy.
And then I kind of was just like, this isn't what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I came to LA not to work like all fucking day, all night. Like, came here to like do creative things and like do what I want. So I just saved up money, and then I quit both of my jobs and was just like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Good for you.
You know, because
And
people
look
are
at you
scared.
now. It's all, it's like that one, you like take that chance and that opportunity. And look at you now. That's like freaking awesome.
Yeah, it definitely pays off, and
Yeah.
you know, it gives you more motivation to work harder when like you have a lot to lose.
Yeah,
like,
when you have a lot to.
you just quit your job, like, I need to go in.
Dude,
I need to go hard.
I just quit my job to pursue this dessert business. So that's why I'm saying, like, oh, like.
It's hard though.
It's hard. Like,
It's hard because people are
Yeah.
scared to even take that first step into like.
Yeah, I'm like panic. It's like panic mode now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Just to like,
everything
you know,
or nothing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. What are your top 3 goals on your bucket list?
I think number 1 for sure has always been on my bucket list to like give my mom a duffel bag with $100K in it, full of cash.
Dude, you are what?
That's number 1 on my bucket list, and I always say that to like my assistant, like, bro, I want to do that for my mom so bad, because I fucking love my mom, but she deserves it, and I need to, that needs to happen.
Dude.
I think maybe also I want to start like a clothing company, because I love music so much, but I want to start venturing out to like other creative things that I like doing.
Yeah.
And I've always been into fashion, and I've always been into like clothes, so you know.
I was like just like going through your Instagram. I was like, wow, her style is like
and
on point. I wish I could get like, look at this.
thank you
This
so
is just-
much.
Look at this basic outfit I am wearing.
It's cute.
And then she's so cute. What the?
But yeah, I just love.
I literally look like I'm about to run errands to H Mart.
I would wear this. I love H Mart.
You know? But
I think the other one might be just traveling the world. I think traveling and being able to go to different countries and places is like one of the best treasures in life. Like to just go and like see other cultures and more traveling. And then I think third is probably just, I don't know, buy my manager like a Porsche or something.
Dude, you're so generous. You have such like a generous heart. Like you're not even like try. You're just like, yeah, this is just all the things I want to do.
Yeah. Period. I'm always been a giver though. Like, always been a giver.
Is that your love language?
Yes, definitely.
Like, yeah.
Give, like, here's my food, eat my food, let me feed you, let me do this for you.
Yeah, I can tell that's your love language. Is that your only love language?
I just am a huge lover girl, period.
Aww.
Like, anything romantic, like, I'm so down for.
What was it like filming the Far East Movement video?
Oh, wow. I loved filming that. So they hit me up, and the Far East guys, and they're like, hey, we really want you to be in this music video. It's with Marshmello and Tinashe and the guy from BTS or something, right?
Yeah.
Don't kill me, guys, for not knowing. But they flew me out to China.
Dude,
and we're in Shanghai when we filmed that, and I was there for a whole week, and we're filming every single day. And it was from like morning to nighttime.
Wow.
But it was so cool being on set because it was like
so cool.
a real production, and like they had hair, makeup, clothes, and like it was just so cool being all around Shanghai and like doing that video. And I still love that video and that song to this day.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah.
How long is the process of making a song?
It really depends. You can either like make a song super quick, like in a night, or like you'll have writer's block and you'll just be stuck on something until you get inspired again. But
how do you get over a writer's block?
I try to like listen to other music. I'll try to listen to like electronic music, 90s electronic music, or like even my friends' music, and just trying to like hear and get inspired again.
Dance music?
Auntie dance music, you feel me? But yeah, just listen to more music and smoke. Yeah, you know, get a little high, and then, you know, my brain starts working again.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Maybe to fly or to teleport.
Teleport. Why?
Yeah, because there's been so many times where I just felt like I wish I could teleport. I wish I could teleport more than like any other superpower. Like, I've always just been like, fuck, I wish I could just teleport there. So it'd just be so cool, because also I'm super impatient.
Oh yeah.
So like,
I totally get that.
Just want to be there right now,
Yes,
right now.
Exactly. Yeah, I get it. Best piece of advice you've ever received?
To just be happy.
Who told you to just be happy?
So many people.
Yeah.
So many people in my life.
Aww.
That just been like simplest words. Long story short, just do what makes you happy at the end of the day, you know. Whether it's regarding like friends, family, business, like do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Like, I tend to always put people before me, and I'll tend to like care about my friends or my family more than like I care about myself. So putting myself first and making sure I'm happy.
Good person. You're just a genuine, just like a good-hearted person.
You're so sweet.
Wow.
You're so sweet.
I'm really glad I met you. This is
me too.
this is my first interview back from Korea. And yeah, like this was a nice interview back.
Thank you for interviewing me.
This is a good reminder that
this is cool
why
stuff.
I love. This
yeah.
is why I love doing
I love
these
it.
interviews.
I love it.
Yeah, I get to meet people like you.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of electronic DJs though are also just super cool. Like the culture of electronic
that's why
music.
That's why I love the EDM
it's super
community
cool.
so much.
Like everyone's super accepting,
nice.
and everyone's like about love, unity, and like
Yeah,
every time I go to
PLUR.
festivals, PLUR, bro,
PLUR.
like
Like to the core, PLUR. You know, peace, love, unity, respect. Was it respect?
Yeah, respect.
Oh, I thought it
so.
was rave for a second.
It could be rave,
Respect.
but I just love it so much.
Me too.
Especially since like I grew up DJing and was playing more rap music and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah, that's a different.
It's a whole different world.
That's a world.
So
yeah.
when I started doing electronic, I'm just like, wow, everyone is just so awesome. Like,
yeah,
you wear what the fuck you want.
You could do whatever you want.
You just get effed up and you just dance and have fun.
And no one will judge you.
No one will judge you.
Yeah, if
you
anything,
can wear whatever.
The crazier you dance, the
better.
The better. Yeah. Last question. What's next for Softest Hard?
So
Playing Hard Summer
next week. It's gonna be super fun. And then have one more single coming out, or like a couple more actually. And then my summer album. It was my album was supposed to come out this summer, but it got pushed. My album comes out this year, which I'm super excited about. I have a lot of cool features on there, and it's my first album. It's my first baby, so that's all that's like really
Dude, congrats!
on my mind.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, and then just more shows and stuff.
Yeah.
More music.
Yeah. Well, Softest Hard, thank you so much for being a part of this channel and doing this interview.
Yeah, have fun.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you.